This is Melanie Wilkinson with YorkNewsTimes.com. Well, it's been a matter of years that the Keystone XL pipeline has been discussed here in York County. We all know that. And in 2011, an agreement was drafted and approved between the county and TransCanada regarding a haul route agreement. That this was how the county roads would be utilized by the company to carry heavy equipment, supplies, should the Keystone XL pipeline be constructed. That agreement, well, it now sits in the balance as no one really knows for sure, is it null and void or is it still in effect? The county says it's null and void because that original agreement pertained to the original a project that was proposed and denied at the presidential level. Now they're starting over. The county has formed a committee that will include some members of the public who have been quite vocal about their dislike for the pipeline project in general, and as well as other officials that will lend their expertise to the process. Today they discussed how this was all going to be done and how it was going to be formulated.
I believe that it was hoped by the public members of the committee, and I think also this gentleman to my right, that we were going to work on a document that is for the future also, not just specifically and only for TransCanada, Keystone, etc. That, future projects, any type of utility that someone wants to enter into a haul agreement where they're going to take care of road damage, etc., that when they go to Mitch's office, Mitch has a document that says this is what we like to have in our haul agreement. This is the time parameters we need to inspect all the roads. This is the size of our county, so I need this much time to get them all inspected. I think that was the expectation. I know myself and a lot of the members of the public that I'm involved with that this issue is that we were not just handling what we're trying to accomplish with TransCanada, but for the future also, not just this and we're done, but we wanted something for the future for any utility.
I just think it would be really great to kick off this committee process is if TransCanada could in good faith send a letter from their legal department releasing the county from that previous agreement, so everybody's on the same page. We know what we're starting with. We can use that original agreement as a springboard to start from, but I think to get everybody on the same page and legally know where we all stand.
Yes, and there were two different references, and I'm happy to get you both of those. I made reference to the fact that with or without the agreement, we're responsible for constructing and operating the pipeline safely. Second, I mentioned that with or without an agreement, anybody who uses the road is subject to rules and regulations that govern the use of roads in York County. I presume you're more interested in the former, but happy to put together references, especially as they relate to our project, to compliance with both.
So this new committee will start meeting on a regular basis. They will decide what they feel is best for the county in this agreement. That agreement will go back to TransCanada, back to the committee, back to TransCanada, and eventually to the County Board of Commissioners for final approval. Again, this is Melanie Wilkinson with YorkNewsTimes.com.